All right, sixth grade, we are going to be starting our first composition. So you're going to check out on your classroom page, sixth grade assignment number 1, experimental composition. How are we going to do this? We're going to use a program called Note Flight, and this is how we're going to get there. So you can click on the link. That'll take us to the ABMS band Note Flight page. And Note Flight is going to be our composition program. How are we going to log in? If you go back to your classroom, it tells you first space, last name, and then ABMS band is our login password. So I'm going to do mine real quick, show you how to get there. All right, once you are into NoteFlight, your screen is going to look a little bit different, but we're all in a group called sixth grade brass class. Okay, so you can click on that if you want to see. But what we're going to do is we're going to browse to find our first assignment. So go up to scores, browse, and then you're going to see our first assignment is called sixth assignment number 1, experimental composition. I want you to click on that, and it is going to pull up a blank composition for us. And this is how we're going to start to do things. So you'll see sixth grade assignment number 1, experimental composition. What you can do is you can add your own title just by simply clicking on the subtitle thing, adding your composer name. So my name is Norris. My composition is going to be number 1. All right. And then what I want you to do is start to manipulate the pitches. So what do I mean by that? You can come over here to the first measure and click on a pitch, and it's going to give you a note. Okay, you can do that as quarter notes. You can use your keyboard shortcut keys to change the rhythm. So what I can do is my bracket keys to make rhythms shorter or longer, or you can use the little menu down here. It also has the shortcuts there. See the little bracket keys to make things longer or shorter. You can also click on a note and make it flat or natural or sharp. Okay, always be sharp, never be flat, just be natural. What I want you to do is start to just experiment. You can put 2 notes on top of each other and make them, all play at one time. And you can change the rhythms, like I said. So you can make a note longer or shorter. You can hit the space bar to add a rest in. All right. And as you do it, or if you find a note, you can drag it up and down to change the note without actually having to delete it. Backspace always works too. Once you start to add in some notes to your composition, you can go over to the play button that's down here and click on it to get a playback, or you can come up here and you can do play from start. Okay, so what I want you to do is just start creating a melody, creating something that is neat or interesting. If you want, you can add measures just by clicking or finding the end of the measure and sort of hovering over it and clicking the plus button. Okay, so don't be afraid to experiment a lot. Go up here also, you can check out some of the other options as far as score or staff. You can add a part below. So maybe if you want to add another instrument, like instead of just having right now the default is piano, you could add in a trumpet part. Okay, and the trumpet part is going to be below there. So now you have 2 parts, kind of like a duet going on at the same time. Once you do that, maybe you want to add in some other more letters, and then now let's see what we have. All right, so once you get some cool ideas like that, Experiment with some of these other options too. You can add in things that are going to make notes longer or shorter, and if you don't know what something is, hover over it and it'll tell you what the definition is. Or you can always look up to see what those things mean. There's also dynamic markings, which mean to get softer or louder. We call these expressive texts. So just check out all the different options. Don't be afraid to try something new. The other big thing is you got to remember to save. Okay, because this is an extension off of Chromebooks, it doesn't save automatically. So make sure you save early, save often. All right. Also, eventually you're going to share your compositions either with people in the whole site, or you can share it with just our group, which is our class. Or if you want, if you know people's names, you can share it with other folks. I'm going to use these to comment on your composition. So check out the little sharing tab that's over on the side. Also, if you ever save something and you don't like what you did and you want to go back to what you did a little bit ago, you can go back in time using the versions tab. Okay, so if you have any questions, just shoot up a hand. Again, just try lots of different things and maybe we'll see how far we can go. All right, good luck.